Have I been fitted into the wrong driver for 2020-21 already? It's only February. Let's do it, and let's do it now. Hi everyone, James Robinson here guys. First things first, we are going to get straight into it today because I'm really excited for this test. You see, last year I got fitted for the Titleist TSi3 driver, and that was for the launch of the TSi2 and TSi3. I really like the TSi3, I like the specs it's in, I like the shaft, I like the head shape, but now we've got TSi4. And Titleist did this last time with the TS range because we had TS2 and TS3, which were good, and then they kind of dropped TSi and TS4 on us, which was strange, but now we kind of expected this. I don't know why they just didn't bring out all four at once. So potentially there could be someone who went and got fitted for a TSi2 or a TSi3 like me, and then they might need a 1 or a 4. So today we're going to test it out. I'm going to test this TSi3 in the exact specs which Titleist fitted me for. So this is a hazardous 660 gram low spin RDX smoke shaft. And I'm also going to put this shaft into the TSi4 to see if maybe potentially this one would perform better for me, because if I'd spent all the money on that one, I might be a bit disappointed that this one fitted better. But I must say, initially, I do prefer the look of TSi3 because it gives me that extra little bit of confidence. It just looks a little bit more traditionally Titleist pear-shaped. I've already hit a load of shots already, as you can see, with both clubs, and I've actually quite enjoyed both of them. I love the sound of them both. They both look good in their own way. And I've hit loads already because I just want to get as many shots out there for you guys as possible. We haven't had a 4 left yet either, so shh. Right, we're going to jump into TSi3 now, then jump into TSi4, and then see what the differences are. Nice. So TSi4 is supposed to spin about 250 RPM less than TSi3. At the moment when I've been testing clubs, I've noticed I have been on the higher end of spin. It's been a funny old year, hasn't it? We haven't been out playing as much. Maybe swiping shots in here hasn't done me any favours regards to the technique. But I do feel like I'm swinging fairly consistently, which is good. Like that. I enjoyed that, I really enjoyed that. So you may have seen on the European and PGA Tour, there are quite a few uncontracted players playing TSi3, TSi2, and I think Adam Scott may be using TSi4. He definitely used TS4, I'm not sure if he's transitioned into TSi4. I don't think there's many TSi1s out on tour because it's just not what it's for. And it will be interesting to see how much difference there is in dispersion for these clubs as well, because obviously TSi4 is a smaller head. It by all accounts should be less forgiving, but when I actually tested it recently, I didn't find it that unforgiving. I didn't find the dispersion to be horrendous, which is always a positive. Interesting, that was a little bit toey. Right, come on. Oh, wonderful. That's exactly what I want. A nice high raking draw. We've sort of given up on the fade for now. 274 carry, 279 total, and a spin at 2.5. If we can recreate that swing with TSi4, then by all accounts, that should be spinning down at 2.250, which would be, I mean, it'd be a knuckleball, wouldn't it? Right, that's 10 shots hit with the Titleist TSi3. Let's hit some with the TSi4. Right, we are going to put the exact same shaft in here. We're going to have it set on the same loft, same everything, so it's going to be the fairest test possible. The only thing that's not fair about this test is I'm about as consistent as the weather. I don't know, that was terrible. I felt like I led myself up to something good then, but... So guys, I'm interested to know, have you been fitted for a TSi2, a TSi3? Do you wish you would have waited for TSi1? Are you a little bit annoyed? Did you know it was coming? I think we all pretty much knew it was coming to some extent, but still. Right, T-peg, wherefore art thou T-peg? There you are, it's right under the camera. So another point in this is, I know I've just said I'm not very consistent in a very unelegant way, but like when you are club fitting, or when you're getting fitted for your clubs, how consistent do you have to be for it to make a difference, for it to be fitted into, well, you know what I mean. How good do you have to be? I'm obviously a half decent golfer, but I still sometimes think you leave a fitted and you're like, I didn't have it today, I wasn't that good today. But then that happens quite a lot, so should I get fitted on those days, or should I go back and try and swing really, really well and then get fitted for that, which is how I swing once a blue moon? I don't know, I really don't. Right, TSi4, you can see dispersion has, touch wood, been pretty good so far, so hopefully we can carry that on. I've changed my grip a bit, I've weakened it, and it feels, well, safer anyway. Oh, that felt really good. See, that felt really good. It's the numbers I would expect, but still spinning just a touch high for me. And this goes to show that just because a driver says that it's a low spin driver for everyone, it might suit different people for different needs, for different golf swings. Just because it's spinning higher than it says it doesn't make it a bad club. It's probably perfect for someone. Is it for me? Another one, exactly the same. Spun a little bit high, nailed it straight down the middle, 274 carry. I do like it because, I mean, look at, apart from one shot, check that out for 7 shots. I know exactly what's going to be happening now. The guys who've been screaming, weaken your grip for like years, will be like, told you, and fair enough. Don't know what it is why I can't get this to spin low. Right, come on. Exactly the same, down the fairway, about 280. Exactly the same again, like carbon copy again. And I'm not unhappy with that at all. Oh, I'm a machine. There's days like today where I really wish golf courses were open so we could go and play. Oh, yes. All right, I'm just going to stay here and hit high bombing draws all day long, so you guys, I mean, you're welcome to, look at that. I mean, you're welcome to stay if you want, but 277, 281, 29 spin, I'll take it. Albeit definitely not the 225 spin, which potentially, this is where I don't understand how, when a club's been machine tested and a company says, oh, this spins this much less than this, does it, like, for who? Like, who's hitting it? Totally depends on how you go about swinging the club. Right, big one. That's 10 shots hit with the Titleist TSi4, nearly fell then. That's 10 shots hit with the Titleist TSi4 and Titleist TSi3 fitted pretty much in my specs. Have I been fitted for the wrong one? Let's find out. So first port of call, dispersion. I feel like I found something. That's 10 shots. Obviously, even that one's not bad. But that's TSi4. Really enjoyed that. And to be honest, I really enjoyed TSi3 as well. Very, very similar. One which actually went right. Obviously, like I said, I've experimented with my grip a little bit, but we've done it. No more 4 lefts. Wait till the next review. That'll be, we know what that's going to be, don't we? Let's have a look at the numbers. So numbers for TSi4 and TSi3, as you can see there, very, very similar. 276 to 274, 281, 278. Club head speeds, pretty much the same. Ball speeds, getting a tiny bit more ball speed with TSi4 because I got a tiny bit more club head speed. Spin was actually up on TSi4, which I did find in my test, although it's only marginal. It goes to show that really, how good do you have to be for things like this to make a huge difference, to make a difference like the manufacturers claim, if it's tested on a machine, 250 RPM spin difference. I'm sure that has been tested and seeded on tour as well with Tour Pros and things like that. I'm just not that consistent and not that good. The fact is, I've hit both of these pretty well. I've enjoyed both of them. I've hit them both fairly straight. The dispersions were fantastic on both of them. Anything that's carrying around, as you know, for me, 275, I think this was 274 and 276. Around that, spinning at 28, 29. If it's lower, then brilliant on the day. If it's not, then it's not the end of the world. Is a good driver for me, and I've enjoyed them both. For me, I would still stick with the TSi3 just because it's okay hitting TSi4 when you're maybe in Florida on holiday, playing holiday golf, and you're trying to whale it out there. If you're playing in a winter league match on a Sunday morning at -5 or whatever, that head shape of the TSi3 does look a little bit more appetising for me. So have I been fitted into the wrong driver? Probably. This went 2 yards further, didn't it? But I could go again and it could be the opposite. So I don't think I have, to be fair. I do think I'd love to see next generation of Titleist them all come out at once and give you guys a fair shot, and the TSi4 and TSi1 or whatever there would be a fair shot as well, because there's so many people who've already invested in the new equipment for this year. You don't want to have to be doing it again or even thinking about doing it again. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed that. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave us a like. And I've got some testing coming with the TSi1 with Laura. So stay tuned for that. And apart from that, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.